Alright, welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm going into a Mr. K's used books for the first time. I am in Greenville, South Carolina.
Moving pictures. Hello there, moving pictures.
What's up, Dad?
I've been all around the world. Every city, every place. Always been a restless girl.
If you're looking for bookish videos, make sure to hit the subscribe button. You never know when I'll upload one. Right away I find this one, but I'm reading the back and I have just read so many books similar to this recently that I think I'm gonna hold off. I was just at another used bookstore, basically 4 minutes down the road. So I will try to remember to link that below. Link it at the end. And I'm noticing their books, it looks like their soft covers are going to be $3. At the other bookstore, they were mostly $4. Well, I take that back. This one's $5. But it's in really good condition. Oh, these look pretty. Oh, book 2, book 3. Darn. You know what? I might have these, and I haven't read them yet. My gosh. So, the last store, I bought 15 books. I'm going to try to be more selective here. So what I would like to find is some Bill Bryson, some Kristen Hanna, because I'm currently reading The Women, and it's the first book I've read by her, and I love it. I'm seeing so many good books, and I'm not even in yet in the store. Ooh, I see some cozy mysteries. Eggnog Murder. How much are hardbacks? Oh, well, this one's $3. I love seasonal books. Oh my gosh, the Chocolate Clown Corpse. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. That one's $3. Right away, movies. And these are popular fiction, so maybe if I'm gonna find Kristen Hanna, I will find her here. Ooh, this one. This is a soft cover. It's $8.50, and it's ironic. This is the very first one I pick up. And look, there's a quote by Kristen Hanna. $14.50. Yeah, okay, so I will not be leaving with 15 books from this one. Found her. So this one seems in good condition. $9. And the hardback, $14.50. Now, it is cheaper than what I would buy in the bookstore. And there she put out a little Christmas one, but that's $8.50. So, $14.50. Got a couple of Book of the Month Club editions, $14.50. Personal Librarian, this was so good. $14 even. And $8.50. Oh, wait a minute, I haven't read this one. I really like this author too. $5. Local fiction. Peach Keeper. We are in South Carolina after all. The Charleston Vampire. Double Dog Dare. Okay, oh my gosh, this is huge. This place is huge. Oh my gosh, look at the Ursula. Alright, where do we go from here? How much are these? $14.95. Make sure you, ooh, I think my sister has this book. Make sure you watch through the outro music, because I'm gonna show additional books during that time. I got the expensive ones, the special editions. $100 for the Dark Shadows cookbook paperback. Okay, this one gets my attention. Wow. $40. And Carolina Christmas, $20. Charleston, I think I have this book. Do I have this book? Yeah, because you guys are going to know, right? Full set, 700, 300. Wow. $8. $8. Ooh, the Lindbergh kidnapping case. That's 10. I wish it didn't have like this mark on it. It looks like a magic marker. Oop, found one chair for people. Lots of comics and graphic novels, contemporary romance, and Donald Duck Terror of the Beagle Boys, 1750. So it's just comics. Yeah, it's comics. Wow, Scandinavian? Okay, I'm really excited to see what all their sections are. They've got a Scandinavian, so aisle number 1. Looks like the mass paperbacks. Ooh, but here we have some hardbacks. They're by author. They have a horror section. I'll keep on walking past that one. Ooh, this section is all of the signed, the autograph books. I need to make a look at those. Let me show you something. So, oh wait a minute, what is this? Birthday gifts. So she writes where she gets the book from and when she completed it. Now, I put in sticky notes when I completed. I never write in the book like this. The author signed it, but oh my, she stayed up to 1:10 a.m. to read it, but she wrote in the book. So I'm listening to this very loud woman in her private conversation. Woman, you're in a bookstore, take it outside. I said it loud enough that I hope she heard me, and it was like within 30 seconds she went like 2 hours away. Yay me! I'm in the biography section, and I'm hoping to find a Vanderbilt, Fortune's Children, $5. Bingo! Any more? Oh, and oh, it's the Anderson. Not as I'm into that one. Old school is what I want. Alright, I might as well put the books in my hand down because I am in the travel section. Whether it be literary travel, U.S. travel, doesn't matter. Love travel books. Oh my gosh, I actually have that one. Wait a minute, do I have that edition of the A to Z encyclopedia? Hold on, let me put these books down. Trying to think what year mine is. I think mine's older than this one. Let's see. This one is 2015. I might have the 2015 one. I don't remember that being there. And I don't remember that being there. That's why I questioned it. Ooh, I have weird North Carolina. I don't have weird Virginia. And I grew up in Virginia. Oh, there's so many of these. St. Louis. My dad grew up in St. Louis. One of the reasons I'm a huge St. Louis Cardinals fan. Ooh, urban exploration. So if I was in Key West, this is the type of book I would buy when I travel. I get books like this. It's only $5. I'm thinking, whoa, 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 whoa. Look what I just found. Bill Bryson. I just don't want a paperback. Okay, I'll leave this here. And if I find it's $4, and I don't have this one. Okay, who knew that shopping for books was dangerous? I just broke a fingernail. Ooh, this gets my attention. Look at that. I love the whimsical, colorful type of books. Look, the edges are sprayed yellow. I would get this if it wasn't $15. So I'm gonna have to leave this one here. Ooh, just found another. My friend said she really likes this one, $6.50. That one's not in the best condition, so I'm gonna hold off on that one. Oh, I finally found the one my friend was reading and recommended. A whole section of Book of the Month Club editions. So tell me, which one of these have you read? So far, I don't even see like any books that I have read. Not just like a Book of the Month Club, but I haven't read any of these. So which one do you recommend? Seriously, I'm 90% done with the store and I find these. All right, mission accomplished. 2 bags. I don't even know how long I was in there. A very long time. My back hurts, but it was worth it. Alrighty, so I got 10 books, $62. So shall we take a quick look? I will not be going through what these books are about because the sun is in my eyes and I don't have my readers on. But let's start with the newest. So this was published in 2024 and I really have been wanting some of her books. Of course, this isn't the, this is the latest. So I really should read, some other ones first. But anyway, this sounds extremely interesting. I did pay $14 for this one because it is so new. And next up, oh, this one is heavy. So Road Trip USA. This was $5, very thick. And if you watch my family channel, Life's a Whirlwind, you know that we do a lot of traveling, have, lots of road trips. And this just gives a lot of just little tidbits and details of certain areas across the United States. So what I want to do with this is I'm going to go through it and I'm going to have a Mr. Mouse Diva go through it and we're going to mark places that we want to go. Thought that would just be fun. This was interesting. So General Washington's Christmas Farewell. This was $6, pretty thin for $6. I already started stacking my books for what I'm going to read in December for my holiday, holiday reads. And oh my gosh, I mean, a Christmas non-fiction book, like that is exciting for this history lover. And oh, talking about more history. So this was $5. Now let me look, I do want to look and see when this was. This was published in 1995. What is interesting is they have $5 on here, but I always look at the covers and I'm like, oh, but it says $4, and I know what they've done. This was their old way. Then they put the UPC code on it. And yeah, they didn't sell it to me for $4. They sold it for $5. But anyway, so this is all about like the World's Fair, things that were happening in 1939. I like the whole map thing here. This is really cool. How much time and money and effort they put into World's Fairs. Look, Boy Scout camp. And just each little, like American tobacco, petroleum, glass, metals. So this is the Plaza of Light, the Court of Power, Court of Communication, Bridge of Wheels. We have Goodwrench. Oh, we have the administration here. General Motors and Ford right beside each other. Oh, Chrysler's over here, this little thing. And we have Firestone. Over here we have the Court of Peace and Federal Government, Canada, Norway, Romania, USSR, Japan. Oh, and then the Hall of Nations North. Just so much cool info. I will probably be reading this sooner rather than later. Unfortunately, somebody did put their name in it. Thank goodness for my wallet. There were several books I probably would have got, but the people wrote in them, put their names, or they said, Merry Christmas, 1976, whatever. So I didn't get them. So that was probably good for my wallet. This one I actually picked up right at one of the front tables, and I'm like, oh yes, you know, nonfiction about her. I was like, I'm on that, I'm on that. Look at this. First page of her manuscript. I mean, I would definitely be taking a closer look at that. That's for sure. This was published in 2017, and it was $7.95. I really enjoy reading her historical fiction. I've read a couple of them, so I added to the collection. This will be the next up. This was $5, and it was printed in 2021. And you know, I got the Fortune's Children about the Vanderbilts. That was a no-brainer at $5. Those of you that have been watching a while know that I am intrigued by the Biltmore House and that side basically of the family Vanderbilt history. So I'm not into Anderson Cooper or Gloria Vanderbilt. Next up, oh, well, this was kind of interesting. Not that I'm like some big fan of his or anything, but it's the fact that he went on this cross-country trip. I love books about traveling cross-country, and it almost doesn't matter who it is that traveled. This just happens to be somebody famous. I enjoy reading it. I love enjoying I guess because I would love to do that. Although I know that if I ever took a cross-country trip, the things that have happened to people on cross-country trips, I just don't think it would happen to me. Like, for me, it probably wouldn't be that interesting. But this was $5. You saw me pick up the Weird Virginia again. Our family channel, Life's a Whirlwind. This talks about history and things and, you know, unusual things in Virginia. And that's what I like to go see when we travel. I recently finished reading a book that I cannot think of what the name of it is. And I found out about a place in Carville, Louisiana that was basically, I don't want to say it was like a prison. It was supposed to be like kind of like a hospital resort area, and I say resort, for people that had leprosy. And the book that I read, she was like a socialite, came from California, she was sent there. But anyway, this really was a place in Louisiana. And so just the title of this got my attention, the cover, and I read the back, and it is about a guy that he basically, I mean, he was there. But he did go to jail for fraud. And it's just ironic. I've been finding books just by chance about something that I've just read or in the middle of reading. I'm in the middle of reading The Women by Kristen Hanna. And they talk about the sea wolves, which I'd never heard about, you know, just these pilots. And I was at the library with my granddaughter, and they have a section of books that are 25 cents each. And some of them are discards, but some of them are books that people donate. And there's a whole paperback on the sea wolves. And I'm like, I'd never heard of them. And now I'm reading about this book. And that happens to me quite often. And there we go again. So this, since it's kind of fresh on my mind, this may be up on my TBR. And some of the others, they're gonna be down there. You know, the weird Virginia, that's just gonna be one of those, pick it up every now and then, read a little chapter, that type of thing. So what are you currently reading? Comment down below. And I realized when I looked up the address of this so I could get here, because I told you I'm in Greenville, South Carolina, because I came to another bookstore. And I realized that there's one of these in Asheville, North Carolina, which I live right outside of. And I've never been because I just don't go to that part of Asheville. No particular reason, just that I have everything closer to me and I don't need to go to that part. So one day I will have to make a point to go up to Asheville because it's a lot closer than here, and check out their Mr. K's, because I was in there for quite a long time. So it is that time to hit that thumbs up button because you love books. And until the next page.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. I've been all around the world. Every city, every place. Always been a restless girl. But now there's a wind of change. I've never